welcome. There are all kinds of strange mysteries within the Kenny Veach case and the search for the M Cave, whether that be ground footage, boots on ground searching about for answers, or satellite imagery. New findings come along the way, and they're often unexpected, such as with Google Earth in recent time. There's been a strange marker which has appeared out of nowhere, marking the location of the M Cave. But how true is it really? Join me today as we take a closer look at the satellite imagery and pinpoint the location to work out whether it really is the spot and maybe the area where Kenny Veach went missing. Here we are. Whilst at first glance it may seem very normal with my own custom markers, you'll be familiar with that. But when we zoom in and take a closer look what appears out of nowhere: M Cave, in brackets, Kenny Veach. I want to make something very clear. This marker was not added by me. This is an actual public one in which anyone who was to go on Google Earth and search the area at Little Jomay Canyon, if you zoom in, this will show up on screen. Now, when I think back to the Dylan Rounds case, I think there was some kind of community contribution where you can add your own markers, but then again, that was on Google Earth Pro. The app what you got to install on your computer, only accessible, where you can go back in time. In terms of Google Earth mobile app, it never used to show up to do with the Dylan Rounds case. Yeah, it does show up here within the Kenny Veach one. So that is a little bit odd in my opinion. Now, who's responsible for putting it there? Who knows? But sometimes you can click on them. And there we go. And we scroll up, a community added photo, and we just click on that. A person called Great Minds 2024 has uploaded this photo, though they are not the ones who have taken it out there. This appears to be possibly a screenshot from Kenny Veach's hike video, which is a little bit creepy. But you will be familiar with this spot. On the right, you've got the M-shaped shallow cave, and then on the left, you got the keyhole cave. Both shallow, they don't go in much, but the keyhole one had a hole on the rock wall. As to how deep it went in, who knows? A little bit mysterious, in my opinion. And this is just a key hotspot area. But you know what the problem is? These photos do not align with the location of the marker, which is very unfortunate, unless it's a form of some kind of misdirection. Those photos, what you saw, actually belong to down here, where you've got Picture Canyon, so far up at round about here. If I just work my way down, I believe it's around this area. This area is where Jeff Clark lost time, 2 hours 10 minutes from point A to point B. Very weird. This bit here, I found it. This location here is specifically where those caves are at, the photos. Okay? So that marker is clearly in the wrong spot. But we don't just dismiss it like that. So Great Minds appears to be the one that's responsible for uploading the photos, and likely the marker too. But has anyone explored this area? That's the main thing. Would Kenny Veach ever have gone up that supposed canyon? Well, you look roughly, you got Jomay, you got the car where Kenny Veach parked, 10th November, hike loop route highlighted in the orange, work your way back. But the problem is, Kenny Veach's ended at the mine shaft. That's a bit of a mystery itself, different ways of looking at it. Whether he went onwards to do the loop all the way back to his vehicle, or he left the mine shaft, went back the way he came to be picked up by someone else, would he actually cross paths with her? Not really. If you're doing the loop, you'll walk right by it, as you say, up this canyon. Now, when I zoom out, this could well be, and correct me if I'm wrong, this could be the fish hook or the fish berm, I can't remember how you pronounce it, which Jeff Clark titled himself. Previously in the past, hiker Jeff Clark was searching for Robbins Canyon to try and locate where the M symbol rock was, and it was a bit further up that way. But at some point earlier on, I believe Jeff Clark went up this way so far, trying to match it up with what you see the backdrop higher up in the mountains, but it wasn't the correct spot, okay? But Jeff ticked it off the list. So unless someone's been influenced in the background from Jeff Clark's video and decided to put the marker here, well, the photos are in the incorrect spot. This is the wrong location for that. Whether it's done by intentional misdirection or someone knows more about this area, even though Jeff Clark may have been present, did Jeff see any caves, any other opportunities, anything out of sight? You can always leave your thoughts down below. I said I want to make it clear, the photos that you saw, screenshots from Kenny's video, this is not the location. It's further up north where Pitcher Canyon is, as I showed you. But could there be any other secrets within this particular area? Is there a chance Kenny Veach went up this canyon? Well, if Jeff Clark did search it, he didn't find any bodies, any person, no Kenny. But you never know. But we can have a close look. You can always pause the video if you want. If you see any potential caves, openings, holes, leave a comment down below with a timestamp, because you never know what you may find. Specifically where this marker is, there really doesn't seem to be any caves on this side of the rock face. It's just slanted, overhangs, ledges of rocks, bits and bobs, but nothing that interesting really. But maybe further up, darker areas where there might be shadows casted. You can let me know if you see anything. I do have the rendering quality on a bit higher than usual, so you might get a better look. And to be honest, as high up as it can get, it becomes impractical, and I don't think Kenny would be doing that either. So it's interesting though, because this area has supposedly been searched. I'm just thinking of that hook, you know, the ship, is it the fish berm, firm, whatever you call it. So Jeff Clark, leave your comments down below. What do you think about it? And as for the rest of the area, it's not too far. We can measure the distance if you wanted to. So roughly where Kenny parked his vehicle, such as there, to make his way to the spot would be something like 2.38 miles, which isn't too far, but it will still take some time to do on foot, and with it being quite steep. So it's very interesting. We've never had this before, where these markers show up. Now, if community notes and markers can be placed upon the map, just think how useful it could be if it was done in the right way, and if those fellow hikers that have ticked locations off the list or noticed strange anomalies and experiences could pinpoint where they happened. Though maybe it could get a little bit cluttered. I still don't know how you can apply these public markers onto Google Earth, and whether or not they can be removed for misinformation or not, right? Because as important as and strange those markers are, if people genuinely believe that that's the MK spot, it might get people to hike out there unprepared, not fully equipped, and they could be put in harm's way. They could endanger themselves. That's why, even as simple as it is with what I do from so far away, when it comes to map analysis, marking it out, it has to be done with a level of seriousness, because it is a matter of life or death. There are a lot of humans out there that like to mess about, play around, and even diminish what I do, but this is no laughing matter. You know, hikers can go out there, but they can also not return. And if some people are influenced the wrong way or wrong guidance, it can go bad for them. As for Kenny Veach, well, it seemed like he knew what he was doing to an extent. But was he blinded by something out there? Did he see something he wasn't supposed to see? Who knows? At the same time, could there be any people lurking in the background that may have more markers or possible knowledge of the area? You never know. Because I believe Jeff Clark made reference to in the past to his other hiking groups going out there maybe blind, not aware of the Kenny Beach situation or the M Cave, but when there's more people boots on ground, just make you think, why are they there? All in all though, hopefully you found this video somewhat interesting. Feel free to like and share and spread the awareness so more people become familiar with this marking on Google Earth. With that being said, my name's Warlight Ref. I will see you next time. Goodbye, good night for now.